thanks to the awesome folks over at Shudder. I've got to give a big thank you to them for sending me an early screener to a movie that's hitting their platform on 29th of September 2023, Nightmare. So let's discuss it. Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for tuning into this video where it is going to be audio only. So Nightmare was sent to me by Shudder and I knew absolutely nothing about this movie. I do know that it is a Norwegian movie and it is Norwegian language with English subtitles. In here we've got Eili Harbo, Herman Tomaras, and it's directed by Kjersti Helen Rasmussen, and basically tells the story of a young couple called Mona and Robby move into this kind of rundown apartment, trying to build it up. However, Mona starts kind of suffering with sleep paralysis and insomnia, and they've got to battle what targets them. I'd like to give a huge thank you to all my awesome patrons who help to really support the channel. If you want to join Patreon, shop merch, buy a copy of my debut book, you can find a link to that down below in the description box. And also, if you want to request a movie for me to watch, I do have a link to my PayPal where you can request this to be watched as a short and reviewed with a shout out, or you can request a long form review with a shout out, also link down below in the description box. So let's just go into the positives right away. I will say that the sound mix here is absolutely awesome. I think that it's done in a way where it helps build up tension moments. It helps to kind of really buy you in to this very eerie and creepy atmosphere that you want to be soaked in with a claustrophobic kind of horror movie that this absolutely goes for. I think that there is, on some accounts, this movie does work really well, and there was elements I thought, wow, this is kind of a little bit messed up. So I like the kind of play that this movie was initially going for. I don't think it fully executes it completely, which we'll get into, but I think for most part I definitely say Eili Harbo as Mona definitely gives a great performance here. I'm excited to see what this actress has done and what she's going to do next. The location use, the cinematography is done nice, the movie is shot well, it is made well, there's some nice drone footage here as well, and I've got to give props of just executing a beautiful country of Norway. The elements where Mona is having nightmares and having the sleep paralysis, they do that really effectively, and I really kind of bought into this idea of that this woman was struggling through this. And I think for all of us, we can all relate to kind of claustrophobia and insomnia. Now, if I got to go on to the negatives, I will say that this movie is only an hour and 40 minutes long, but at times this movie felt like it was 2.5 hours, and it's definitely down to the pacing. I felt like the pacing could have definitely been edited where this movie was a little bit tighter, maybe cut it down about 5-10 minutes or so, and just got more to the point of the execution, because I appreciate its storytelling, it's trying to build up our characters, but I think it just takes too long to do that, and by the time this all starts, and then it kind of starts to kind of build up a little bit in the pacing, it then slows down and builds back up, and at that point it's kind of hard to keep the interest and investment there. But I do find that this movie, I think, will find its audience. I also think that the ending, for me, wasn't fantastic. Yes, it can be left to an interpretation to an extent where you could have questions. Maybe you think, okay, that's just maybe a smart or clever ending, but for me, it didn't work 100%. I think it had a good idea underlying here, but it just didn't, unfortunately, execute it. So overall, Nightmare hit Shudder on 29th of September. Will you be checking it out? I would love to know down below in the comment section, and we can continue discussion down there. My overall score for Nightmare is a 2.5 out of 5 stars. But you've heard my opinion. Most importantly is your opinion, and I'd love to hear it down below in the comment section. Is this one for you? Is it not for you? Are you going to skip it? Let me know. Thank you for tuning into this review. Give the channel a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and until next time I see you, I'll be seeing you later.